였습니다. 그 새로운 혁신은 결과적으로 전장에서의 부상당한 장병을 위한 정교한 오늘날의 의료 후송 체계를 가능하게 하였습니다. 오늘날 부상병들은 90% 이상이 생명을 건지고 있습니다.
So we talked about machines, but now we need to talk about what's most important, and that's the selfless acts of soldiers who disregarded their own lives and to save the lives of their fellow comrades. We had 143 Korean War veterans earn the Congressional Medal of Honor. Over 139,000 were awarded the Purple Heart. 2 of those Purple Heart recipients are among us today. We have 2, retired Major General John Hemphill. General Hemphill served as a rifle platoon leader and company commander during the Korean War. He earned multiple service awards, among some being the Distinguished Service Cross, the Silver Star, and the Purple Heart, among others. We also have Don Chadwick. As a corporal in the Marines, he sustained shrapnel injuries from a mortar attack while serving in the Changjin, or we know it as the Chosin, reservoir battle in Korea. Over 1,225 soldiers were killed and over 4,300 were injured during that battle that lasted 19 days. So I want to thank both of you for being here today. Among many other veterans, you, along with the countless brave heroes, are the reason that we have come together today to celebrate the enduring contributions and sacrifices of all of our Korean War veterans and to remember how our nation's past, present, and future are forever intertwined.
그러나 거기에는 또한 동료 전우의 생명을 살리기 위해 자기 자신의 생명을 돌보지 않는 장병들의 희생적인 행동이 있었습니다. 143명의 6.25 전쟁의 참전 용사들은 명예 훈장을 받았으며 13만 9천 명의 이상이 상위 용사 훈장을 수상하였습니다. 오늘 여기에 상위 용사 훈장을 받은 2분이 우리와 함께 참석하였습니다. 한 분은 존 햄필 예비역 소장입니다. 존 햄필 장군은 6.25 전쟁 기간 동안 소총 중대의 소대장 및 중대장으로 참전하였습니다. 그는 이 기간 동안 우수 근무 유공 표창, 은성 무공 훈장, 상위 훈장을 포함하여 여러 개의 훈장을 수상하였습니다. 다른 한 분은 도널드 채드윅입니다. 그는 해병 상병으로 근무했으며 1950년 11월 27일부터 12월 15일까지 장진호 전투 기간 동안 파편으로 부상을 당했습니다. 이 19일간의 계속된 전투에서 1225명의 장병들이 선사하였고 4380명의 장병들이 부상당하였습니다. 이 2분이 오늘 여기에 오신 것 감사드립니다. 당신들은 다른 수많은 전쟁의 영웅들과 함께 우리가 6.25 참전 용사들의 불후의 헌신과 희생을 찬양하고 우리 국가의 과거와 현재와 미래가 얼마나 밀접하게 연결되어 있는지를 기억하기 위하여 이 자리에 모인 이유입니다.
So before I close, I'm going to break from my script, and she won't be able to find this in translation. But I always know a ceremony is going to go good, go well, when I have a sergeant major stand next to me. So let's give a great round of applause for our MC. So in closing, I just want to say that there are more than 28,000 American soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines serving in Korea today. Our world has many hotspots, and North Korea is certainly one of those hotspots. But as a globally responsive and regionally engaged force, our Army must always be prepared to respond to any possibilities, and we have to keep ourselves at a high state of readiness. But one thing is for certain, the close-knit bond and alliance that we have forged with the Republic of Korea is stronger today because of the shared values and shared sacrifice.
끝으로 저는 2만 8천 명 이상의 주한미군의 육해 공군 및 해병대 장병들이 한국에서 근무하고 있는 것을 말씀드리고자 합니다. 오늘날 세계는 많은 위험 지역이 있습니다. 북한은 그러한 위험 지역의 하나입니다. 세계적인 대응과 지역적인 교전군으로서 미 육군은 어떤 위험한 도발 가능성에도 항상 대응할 준비를 해야 하며 우리는 높은 수준의 준비태세를 유지해야 합니다. 그러나 한 가지 확실한 것은 우리가 대한민국과 함께 만들어온 긴밀한 한미동맹이 우리가 함께한 가치와 희생 때문에 오늘날 더욱 강하게 되었다는 것입니다. Thank you so very much.
So once again, in closing, I am profoundly humbled to be able to share this day with you on this special occasion. So thank you again for attending today's ceremony to commemorate 65 years of partnership and friendship. May God bless all of you, your families, and the United States Army, and our longtime ally, Korea. Thank you very much.
다시 한번 저를 오늘 뜻깊은 행사에 참여할 수 있도록 초청해 주신 것에 대하여 깊이 감사드립니다. 제 65년간의 우정과 동반자 관계를 기념하는 이 뜻깊은 자리에 참석해 주신 모든 분들께 감사드립니다. 신의 축복이 여러분과 여러분의 가족에게 그리고 미국과 우리의 오랜 동맹 한국에 함께하기를 빕니다. Thank you very much. 다음은 딕 머리 워싱턴주 28 지역구 주 하원 의원이 기념사를 해주시겠습니다. 이분은 40년 전 오늘 공군 장교로 임명을 받으셨습니다. Next, Washington State House Representative 28th District Dick Murray will give a speech. Today is also a very special day for him, as it is the 40th anniversary of his receiving his commission as a United States Air Force officer. One of the best parts of his U.S. Air Force career was traveling and conducting military training maneuvers in the Republic of Korea. Please welcome Representative Dick Murray.
Thank you very much for welcoming me here. Yes, today is a special day. I had it on my calendar, June 20th, 1975. This young man from Massachusetts, University of Massachusetts Amherst, swore allegiance to the United States Constitution and the officers and the civilians who control us. And I was so fortunate. The highlight of my career was being stationed here at McChord Air Force Base in 1976. And little did I know that I would have the opportunity to spend a lot of my time temporary duty in the Republic of Korea. And since whether it's Osan Air Base or time in Camp Red Cloud or up in Camp Casey, down in Kunsan and Daegu, all the places I spent in Korea on temporary duty, I fell in love with the country. And I've read a lot about its history, and I've been attending a lot of these ceremonies like we have here. These are so important. These kind of ceremonies remind people like me who are fairly young, born in 1953, which was when the Korean War ended, how important our relationship with is the Republic of Korea. And for us to continue this, to continue the prosperity, the freedoms, the economic might between our two countries will promote unification in the future. Right now we have two countries that are so far apart in both their prosperity and their freedom and their thought process, that all we can do to promote peace and to promote unification is to continue to promote the freedoms that have made the Republic of Korea the country that it is today. And so one of my jobs in my lifetime, I've told my wife, who we're getting ready to celebrate our 36th wedding anniversary, is that I'm going to take her to Asia where she's never been, and one of our stops and highlights of our trip will be to the Republic of Korea. And I hope someday that will be in a unified Korea. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 이분은 결혼 36주년 기념으로 사모님을 한국으로 모시고 간답니다. 다시 한번 박수 드립니다. Thank you. And thank you for your service. 다음은 한국전 참전 육군 존 햄필 예비역 소장이 기념사를 해주시겠습니다. Next, retired Major General John Hemphill, Korean War veterans, will give a speech.
Well, I didn't come prepared to speak today. I didn't know I was going to be on the platform. Councilmember Moon, John Temple, my old friend General Park. You know, I was very impressed by the young children that came up here afterwards. I was there when the war ended in 1953 in August. School was out, and I went over to the prisoner exchange. And I passed through kids playing their hopscotch game. They waved at you, etc. You know, the most important asset of a country is its children. And that, looking at that war and what happened to the country, it was for them, for them. They built the Korea today and those that follow them. And for that, I'm very thankful that we were able to turn over to those children the opportunity to build the Republic of Korea, the great country it is today. Thank you.
Thank you. Please. 다음은 한국전 참전 용사 무공훈장을 받으신 Donald Chadwick의 기념사가 있겠습니다. Next, the Purple Heart recipient from Korean War will give a speech. Please welcome Donald Chadwick.
Good afternoon. My name is Donald Chadwick. I was a member of the 1st Marine Division in Korea in 1950. I made the initial landing at Incheon, went through Seoul, Korea. When I went through Seoul, it looked like it was a white tornado had gone through it. The city was completely collapsed. We had problems with the enemy underground at night. The day fighting was not in existence. It was almost everything was done at night. After we settled Seoul, we headed north to Jeonbu and pretty much settled the South Korean and North Korean hostilities. We left Jeonbu and headed back to Incheon and went aboard LSTs, which is, for those that don't know what an LST is, landing ship transport, and headed for Wonsan Harbor. Now the temperature at Incheon when we landed on the 15th of September 1950 was close to 100 degrees. When we got to Wonsan Harbor on October 10th, it was 0.